Before I even jumped into the interview thing, because I knew that was a place that I could go into, a lane I could jump into. It all started after the mixtape thing. A lot of people might not know, but people who personally know me, I started with Boom Gang.
I don't beef with niggas, rather hoes at the steakhouse. She bring the cake out, only time I bring the bank out. Smoking on some candles, then I went and blew her back out. Hating niggas trying to bring the old me back out.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Frost with another episode. This is the second episode of Story Time with Frost. So, it's something new I'm starting. And I wanted to see, I've been getting positive feedback from the first one. So, this next episode we're going to name is called, I think, How Did I Get Started With, jumping into the media, music, all of that. Like, that's what, it's pretty much the storyline for today. Honestly, I started back in 2017. I was, it was with music. I wanted to be a streaming DJ. I didn't want to be in the clubs. I didn't want to be, you know, sitting there every night, getting artists to pay them to play their music. I've been around all of it, and I seen how it went through artist showcases and everything. And I just felt like it was kind of a little scam, or, you know what I'm saying, that you got to work extra hard and really have the money to put behind yourself. So that it just really wasn't my lane. So from there, I just came in with the idea and just like getting all the underground artists that I already knew. I knew half of them already from showcases, or you know something going on in Miami. That's where it first started, in Miami. And so I just made a lot of connections, and I was just moving forward from there. Actually DMing them, emailing them to get singles to put my own tape together. And I think the first mixtape I ever came up with was Separate to Elevate Volume 1. And I was going through a lot in life at that time. Like, you transitioning from trying to be a little boy to a grown man. And I was like, trying to let everybody know, like, make a statement. So from there, it was just like start going in hard with what I believe in with the music, and I started going crazy on that. Everybody could look, Spinrella, Audio Mac, SoundCloud. Yeah, I got millions of streams on that. I was getting paid crazy from doing all of that. I probably put out about 5 mixtapes, and I was really catching some steam. So from there, I was just like, I'm already building these relationships with these artists. Let's start an interview platform. And so from there, I made Check-In TV Global. That was the first name I went with to start everything, And whoa, I'm moving a little too quick. All right, so before I even jumped into the interview thing, because I knew that was a place that I could go into, a lane I could jump into. It all started after the mixtape thing. A lot of people might not know, but people who personally know me, um, I started with Boom Gang. Um, that's my cousin by marriage. Well, he was my cousin by marriage. My uncle married his mother. Um, and it really just became like, I was doing my own thing. My uncle was like, "Hey, nephew, go. You got a new cousin. I want you to get along with him, show him around." I'm still new to Miami at the time too, so I'm just like, "I bet I got you, Unc." I ain't really want to do it, but I'm just like, "I bet I got you, Unc." So our first encounter, me and him, like we was going to parties and shit. It wasn't really like what y'all see today. I'm not going all the way in depth on that, but long story short, I was managing him when we was doing music, and it wasn't going right. So from there, that's when I told him, like, "Hey, the skits might be what it is." So from there, yeah, I was young and dumb at that time. I was with him on certain ones. When he was running into the store, I give him the idea, record. Then we run back to my car, and we be out of here. You feel me? So it wasn't smart. It was some dumb shit go viral. Back in the day, that was just a thought that we had, and it actually worked. And from there, we would go to certain business things, and I will, run into certain content creators there, build my relationship, get to know them. Is it, "Hey, I was the guy who recorded this." You know what I'm saying? So it opened more doors for me, and I don't know what he was thinking about, but I was thinking of the bigger picture, as in, I know I was with him at the time, so I'm like, okay, he's the bag. So I gotta make it to where I become the bag in some type of way, make my own, lane for myself. So cool. Me and him, we ended up bumping heads and we separated ways. People who really know, they know the reason. Um, then I just started checking TV Global. I never showed my face for like maybe a year. Yeah, probably for the first 2 years I didn't show my face. So I didn't want nobody to connect it to me because people always tell me when people know it's your business, they won't support it just because it's you. So from there, I just never put my face to it, and it was checking TV Global. Like everybody in Miami, they knew I was pulling up on everybody. Hey yo, you checking in? That was like the lingo, and everybody was fucking with it, bro. Like I was really coming up with something that sticked, and it worked. You feel me? So um, also too, the a female that I was dating at the time, she also aligned me with knowing all of the stars and everybody because um either she just had a real connection with them. I'm not gonna go in depth on how she knew them, but trust me, if y'all ever looked at my Instagram and seen pictures with Birdman, DJ Khaled, going to Drake concerts and all of that, it was because I was locked in with certain people, and that was from early, chilling with Birdman's son Brian at Drake shows and shit. It was different, like, and I shout out to her though too. She know what I'm talking about. She really did, help me out, and she never doubted me. She always helped elevate me and get my shit to the next level. So from there, me and her, our relationship ran this course, and I moved to Atlanta, and from there, I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start showing my face. Maybe like 6 months in, after I had to rebrand and come back out here, so I started showing my face, doing the sit down interviews, and I mean, it really started going crazy. Like to the interviews, like it's a lot. Like when I first came to Atlanta, I was a cameraman for a couple rappers. A couple of them I'm not even cool with no more. Like I did YSL Mondo, a lot of BC, Money Man's crew. I did a lot of interviews with them. I really was around Atlanta a lot, like, dealing with a lot of artists, following around with cameras every day. And I was really doing that. And it really started bothering me because I knew I had more than just following artists around, taking pictures and try to, put visuals together. I knew I had more than that. I knew I could do more than that. So from there, I just been, had to regroup, figure out what I wanted to do. And I came up with Talking Shit with Frost podcast, and I brought my cousin on. And we kept that going. I had to go through the hardships of having different co-hosts, figuring out what spot fit for people, like stuff like that. Egos for certain people got in the way. I can even say mine's too. So I'm not speaking on anybody specific, but it happens. So now I'm at this place now, and it's like, I had to give something to where I knew nobody could take from me, like DJ Frost podcast. I'm Frost. If anybody else, take that or whatever, you really biting, and y'all gonna have to see me, cause see you in court, homie. But nah, other than that, like it's just a lot of consistent work I had to put in. I can't quit because I honestly ain't know what I was gonna do outside of music. Like all this still pertaining back to music. The podcast, all of that is still pertaining back to music. So now I'm serious about visuals and editing, doing videos again. I'm back out here doing music videos again. So you know I done took time to perfect my craft, and that's really what it is. So I just really got nice. Y'all niggas tap in with me, like I'm not even playing. So but nah, for the most thing I'll say though, like you gotta, if you know something, a lane or somewhere you want to be in, you gotta push yourself, yo. Like I've been at this shit for almost 8 years, and I just knew from myself, like this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stay consistent. You gotta believe in yourself, even when you see, it's a lot for a content creator. Like you get depressed when you can't think of new stuff. Trust me, I know. So always give yourself a break too. Like If you working 6 hours out the day on content, at least take 3 to yourself to rejuvenate. Take a shower, like close your eyes, think, or listen to music. Like I look at other things so it could refresh my mind. So I'm not stressed about finishing that one edit because I done finished maybe 3 videos in one day, and that last video when you got a minute left to edit and you sitting there just like stuff starts looking different after a while. You get aggravated, the transition or the way you might put it not have been the way you wanted it or came out the way you wanted it. So I just say give yourself a break. That's when you put yourself you done overworked yourself now and you're not seeing anything right. So trust me, it's happening to me. So that's why I'm just telling y'all words of wisdom, whatever y'all call it. But that's what I'm gonna just say though. Be consistent, believe in yourself until everybody starts seeing your dream, bro, or they start seeing what you want to do. Because nobody ain't see me doing this and seen it being successful. Now, every friend that I have told me, hey, I see your show. I see what you're doing. Cause I'm not quitting. So with that, that's my message to y'all. Stay consistent because a lot of people didn't even know how I started until I told y'all. And I've never been a person trying to go for clout or try to use a next person's name to get ahead. That's why I do my own thing. So with that, I appreciate everybody who been rocking with me from the mixtape days to now. And, it's been solid love, everything. You feel me? So with that, man, this episode 2 of Story Time with Frost, how I got started. Y'all don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. We need the subscribers up, man. Come on, man. Bring them home, And just to say, more visuals dropping. Of course, the podcast, we go new episodes every weekend. I had to take a week off. I was in the cabins enjoying life. Had to. Ain't been on vacation for a minute. So, yeah, we back dropping episodes every week, maybe 2 episodes a week. We working. So, and shout out to Cash and TQ, the co-host holding it down on the DJ Frost podcast, And just like that, we out here.